And so I wanted to go back and revisit the patchouli crystals that we dissolved yesterday, or attempted to, but needed to wait, and give you guys an accurate assessment of what it smells like now that it's fully dissolved. So, got some on my arm here. And after letting it dry down a little bit, it smells like mildew and mold. Or like a bathroom that they didn't have a fan in and decided to shower in it for a couple years with the doors closed. Kind of smells like that. Or maybe, what else was the smell? Like maybe moldy towels sat in the dryer for too long. So I don't know. I'm personally a fan of the Patchouli Bee Fractions by Robert Tett. It's a more whole smell. These are just, I don't know, it smells like wet soil too, kind of like Terrasol, which is a different material. Let me go grab some. We'll do a quick assessment. Andre, let's go outside. Come on, buddy. Got my puppy here. He's not feeling too good today. Went and visited his brothers. His, not brothers, but his cousins, my brother's dogs. And he vomited a couple times this morning, hoping he's all right, and it just passes. But yeah, okay, so that was the assessment of patchouli. We'll throw a couple more in there while we're at it. It's pretty harsh. Dry, woody, dusty. Has that sharp ambergris smell that they also use in like cedramber, which is a woody cedar material. And if you ever smell it, it also has that sharp smell. All right, on this other side, we've got some Fixateur 505E. This is another ambergris material. I've never smelled the actual ambergris, but I have an ambergris accord. I actually smelled before, but it has a halitosis smell to it, kind of like bad breath, and it has like a slight fecal smell. And yeah, Fixateur 505E, I have it at 20% dilution, and it smells real nice. Andre, come on, let's go outside, buddy. Let's see. Sporty. Yeah, aquatic, like ocean breeze, I guess. Kind of fruity too, a little bit at a 20% dilution. Hello, it's Luna. YouTube. Thanks for joining. Yeah, that's really good. It's one of my favorite materials. Fixateur 505. They say you can also use that for like a seaweed smell. I was going to buy some seaweed absolute essence, but it was very expensive, and the perfumers in the Discord group said just to buy Fixateur 505E and call it good. Not to waste your money there. What else do we got that I can smell for you today? Let's do this peach. I got this peach that I bought on Amazon. It's Peach Mayuki. It's I think it's in this here. Yeah, I'll show you guys the actual bottle in case you want to buy it on Amazon. It was very cheap, surprisingly. It says it's essential oil, but it's definitely not peach essential oil because I don't even think they make that. But here's the product. Focus on there. And it doesn't want to. But yeah, it's Mayuki, Miyuki. And I got that on Amazon. And to me, it smells like peach O-rings, like sour O-rings. And I love it. So, yeah. Yeah, it smells just like a bag of those sour peach O-rings. The other peach that I have is kind of like a more waxier smell, like uncut. This smells like a fake peach, but it smells nice. It's like edible smelling. Okay, what else we got out? Let's see. Let's do dihydroanethol. We'll be smelling dihydroanethol, which is a black licorice smell, or anise pods. And yeah, I'll give that a whiff. Back outside. Yeah, I love this smell. This one's like, it almost has like a rubbery smell to it, but it's at a 10% dilution. So if I were to use it at a smaller percentage, it would just smell like licorice. But yeah, it's got that little spiciness, sweet, like black licorice candy. But it doesn't smell old. It's like an old, usually I associate black licorice with old people. Sorry. Don't take that offensive, anybody. But you know what I mean. Yeah, it's hard to describe, but I found that flower bomb nectar really pushes a licorice note. It smells like they tried to make flower bomb nectar like, they were like, let's take black licorice and make it smell as good as we can. And that's what I get from nectar. But yeah, so I need to push that note if I try and continue working on flower bomb nectar. Okay, moving down the line, what else do we have out ready to roll? Let's just do some random, just gonna grab some random materials from my boxes here and give them some smells for you. Okay, so we're gonna go into our, let's turn it around, show you guys. So I moved from my house recently and this stuff was all just still packed up. I had it on these 3-tier shelves up here. As you guys can see, I had them on there and I had them all displayed alphabetically so I could find them, but they're still in my boxes alphabetically. So let's see. What do we got? Let me turn this light on so we can see better. Where's my remote? Okay. Here we go. So, looks like I got some blends that I've made. Let's do something different than what we've been smelling. Let's do myrcene. I don't even know what this is. Myrcene. We could do some research. But we're just going to smell it, see what it's... That's cool. Thanks for watching. And we are smelling myrcene. 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 I think I bought this a while back to try and make a cannabis smelling accord, and this was found in cannabis terpenes. Ooh, okay, I see you. So yeah, as I said, I bought a bunch of singular terpenes that were found in cannabis, and myrcene was one of them, caryophyllene was another, saponine. So yeah, this has that sour smell, like kind of like a hash oil. It's like citrusy, fruity. It's hard to describe. But yeah, it almost smells like citronella, a little bit like the stuff they use for mosquito repellent, but more sour. It's kind of like that sour diesel funk that you get from lemony smelling cannabis. I had a client who wanted something like that, so I worked on it. All right, moving on. Let's grab another one from that bin. This is an interesting drawer here. So next we have Styrax, Styrax. I know that people use this in like leather accords, stuff like that. It might be found in like castoreum, which is like a beaver gland. I'm not 100% sure, but I get the same kind of smell in this as I do when I smell castoreum, which is beaver. I honestly don't know. It's a gland from the beaver that they take. I love camping too. Thanks for joining. Yeah, that smells really good. It's hard to describe as well. Let's see. Yeah, it smells leathery. animalic, kind of fecal a little bit. Not really. It doesn't smell like poop necessarily, but it smells like animalic. Once you start making perfume, you'll pick up animalic notes, and this is definitely one of them. But yeah, it also has like a slight fruitiness. Andre, come on, boy. Chewing on grass. Yeah, a little inkiness, leathery. Slightly fruity. And I believe this comes from a plant. This isn't an animatic material. It comes from the, I believe Styrax is a plant. But yeah, I'm going to write that one. I'm going to write on this one and continue assessing it as it evaporates. Styrax. And that's a 20% dilution there. Yeah, I like that. It's different. To me, that would add like a sensuality to a fragrance. Next, we'll do labdanum, which is a popular material found in amber accords. So if you ever see something that says amber, this is most likely in it. It's a resin. Shoot. I think it comes from a cistus plant, possibly. But yeah, it has a golden smell to it. I don't know how you would describe that. Smells like something you would smell at an incense shop. Like they have those rocks sitting in, you can dissolve rocks on like charcoal, like little hookah charcoals. And yeah, it almost smells like hot glue. But yeah, you would use that in like an incense smelling fragrance. So that's labdanum, Labdanum. I believe it comes in like an absolute, labdanum absolute. It's a very dark liquid. Yeah, it's another good one from the ozone drawer. All right, guys, moving on to the next style of fragrance or family. Let's go over to, so that we're gonna work our way this way and eventually over here. As long as my puppy's being a good boy. All right, so looks like next, yeah, we'll go to this one. Let's go over to this box. So this is one of my favorites. Here, we'll do the ambergris. We'll do some ambergris. Make sure I put all this stuff back as I go so I don't make a mess. Okay, where'd I put that? Ambergris and alginone. I think the alginone is really cool. Considering I work on an ocean. Actually, guys, I'm gonna go put my puppy away while I do this, so I don't have to keep a constant eye on him. Let's go, buddy. Let's go inside. Come on. Good boy. Get a snack. Thanks for joining, you guys. As always, appreciate your guys' support. Drop a comment, what your favorite fragrances are, what your favorite smells are in nature. Maybe a smell that brings you back to your childhood. Smell is one of the only senses directly associated with your memory. And so, yeah, smelling something can bring you back to a moment in time. And that's why the smell of Curve always brings me back to like high school, walking down the hallways. And for younger generations, that'll change because I doubt Curve is still that popular. But it is very affordable. Okay, back at it. Here we are. Put them in my pocket. Ooh, that's that peach. Okay. All right, so back to aquatics. We got ambergris. And this is a accord. This is an ambergris accord, meaning it's not real ambergris because that stuff is very expensive. It's probably the most expensive ingredient in perfumery. And honestly, ambroxan and those other materials smelled probably better anyway. I've never actually smelled it, but all right, let's go outside, smell this. So yeah, you get that bad breath smell. It's a warm smell. Yeah, little fecal. Kind of juicy too in a weird way. I feel like it. Yeah, that's why it adds like a wetness to your fragrance. Definitely a summer vibe. Use those in summer fragrances. But I heard that this blends well with sandalwood. So let's go and dip some into some scent. Not dip it into sandalwood, but we'll get 2 scent strips next to each other. See how it goes. Let's find some sandalwood. Premium sandalwood from Australia. This is real sandalwood that I ordered online from, I think, Eden Botanicals. This was pretty expensive. I heard that Australian sandalwood, I don't know, this is just one other person's opinion that I heard, but I heard that they prefer Indian sandalwood to Australian. Let me tell you what I think about it. Let's see. So yeah, I feel like this one's already going bad. My dilution. It smells like it's expired a little bit, but I honestly think that might just be the way that it smells. And maybe that's why the guy doesn't like it. But it's a spicier wood. It's dry. Hopefully I didn't touch my nose like an idiot on accident. It's hard when you got a mustache. Yeah, it's spicy, dry, woody, creamy. Now we got it next to the ambergris. And they're both at a 20%. And that smells pretty nice because honestly, I wouldn't want to wear the ambergris by itself. But when paired with that sandalwood, it tones it down a bit. Rounds it out. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave all these. I'm just gonna leave all of these scent strips like this, unlabeled, and then at the end we'll go back and try and smell them and see. I wrote on these two, labdanum and styrax, but yeah, we're gonna leave these ones unlabeled and see if we can remember. Yeah, that was the licorice. Okay, clean up some of this mess. All right, so make sure I put everything back. Patchouli, do that later, gun smoke. Okay, got one more in my pocket. Oh yeah, the alginone. Okay. So as you guys can guess by the name, don't really have to tell you what it smells like, but all right. So this one here is alginone, like algae known, ALGAENONE, I think, or ALGENONE, alginone. Anyways, yeah, it smells like a seaweed. It smells like a dirtier seaweed, more like what you would actually smell at the beach, as opposed to Cetilox is more of a clean, pleasant smelling seaweed. It smells like the stuff that you smell on the beach when you're walking on a beach that has a bunch of seaweed washed up on it. Green, but like a decaying green, wet, salty. It smells like algae, but it is a kind of a pleasant smell. It's not just straight funk. It's pretty nice. I like it. But you got to use it in small levels or else it takes over. Okay, stick that next to the others. Thanks for joining. Not sure who's watching, but I have one whole viewer right now. You guys are the real ones. You one people, why I do this, guys. Love it. All my viewers. All right, moving on here. We got the fruity box, and we're starting from the fruits and citruses E to Z. So typically citruses you don't want to be left out at room temperature or in sunlight because the UV will mess them up. So I have tinted bottles to try and help combat that. But these are my pre-diluted materials anyway, so the citruses, it's just, I don't know. I leave them in here because I use them more often, and I just leave them in here. But I have the neat materials. Neat means 100% strength. I have those in the fridge, and look, I got the IFRA. 10%. You can't go over 10% in your fragrance with a sweet orange from a blood orange. Oh yeah, you can tell it's going off. Maybe not. Maybe that's just the orange smell. It kind of has that smell to it. But yeah, it smells like just orange rind. The sweet orange smells like just any old orange you get from a grocery store. It smells like, yeah, fresh cut oranges, or like when you get an orange peel and twist it, like an orange twist. Thanks for the like, whoever did that. Appreciate it. Do it for the squad. Orange sweet. All right, we'll stick that with the others. On to the next citrus material. So that was sweet orange. Now I got an orange here that's decolorized. I wonder if this is going to smell any different. Let's see. And because some people, when you make a fragrance for them, they don't want it to be they want the liquid to look clear, you know, or that way you can dye your fragrances and not have the color maybe interfere with that. I really don't care about the color of my fragrances at this point, just the smell. All right, so this is orange oil, decolorized at 20%. It's a top note. Citruses are all going to be top notes because they don't last long. Citruses are very fleeting smells. They're light molecules, so they evaporate faster. Let's smell it out here. That's nice. I think I like that one more than the other one. I'm not sure it's because this one is newer or in a darker bottle. But this kind of reminds me of the orange stuff you use to take oil off your hands. That orange Gojo, whatever it's called, that gritty orange soap. That's exactly what this one smells like. So yeah, be careful with that one, or else you end up smelling like you're trying to take gasoline off your hands. All right, next. Now let's do Tajit. This is a kind of a older smell here. I like it. It's different. It's something that you don't normally smell just walking around or out in nature unless you live wherever this plant is from. But I know that in my part of America, this stuff isn't just laying around, so I've never smelled it. So when I bought all my ingredients for Perfumery, it's not called ingredients, guys. I just say that so you guys know what I'm talking about. It's actually called materials. When I bought all my materials, I bought all the ones that Jean-Claude Elena, the master perfumer for Hermes, suggested. He has a list of 200 ingredients. And I went through and bought all the stuff that he recommends in this book. Here, check it out. Orientation is locked, obviously. Okay, so here's the book. Perfume, The Alchemy of Scent by Jean-Claude Elena, perfumer at Hermes. And in this book, he lists all the ingredients that he uses. And I went through, as you can see, and checked off and bought everything. Ooh, anethol, that's the one that we smelled earlier. Love it. That's the dihydroanethol. I don't know if it's the same thing, but pretty sure it is. Artemisia, looks like I don't have Egyptian basil, but I have a couple different basil. I have Thai basil, Vietnamese. Birch essential oil. The only thing I could find was birch tar, which to me smells just like smoke, like liquid smoke. But yeah, here's the rest of the materials I went through and bought. I ended up getting Cassia Absolute, which is that is a cinnamon smell, I believe. It's a cinnamon wood. And so yeah, I bought all these materials that he recommends, all the absolutes, which are the most expensive. Anytime you see something that says like Jasmine Sambach Absolute, all the absolutes are ridiculously expensive. So I only ordered small quantities of those just to learn them. And I still use those in my fragrances, just in trace amounts to add like fanciness. It adds a rich depth to it and just something you can't really get with synthetics. But anyways, so Tajit's was one of the things that he recommended in there. And let's smell it. So this is a fruity, dark, it's a dark fruit, like almost like incense. It smells dried, like maybe dried apricots, dried prunes, something like that. But yeah, I use this in a Tom Ford bitter peach type fragrance. And the Tajits and Davana, which is another cool material that I'll smell here in a second. But yeah, they both have that dried fruit smell. It kind of smells like peach, and this lasts a long time, I believe. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it helps extend that peach smell. And I mix that with these the peach Mayuki that we talked about earlier that smell like peach O-rings to give it a more youthful smell, because I felt like Tom Ford's peach was just like, it smelled like prunes. And you know who likes those? And my target audience would be middle-aged people, you know. That's not really the demographic I'm shooting at. So I added a more youthly smell to my top notes with those peach O-rings, but I also used the Davana and the Tajits and like a cognac and some florals in there. I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so Tajits is a fruity material that smells like dried apricots. All right, sitting this down. Okay, what else do we have? So we'll grab one out of this bin. I'm going to do pineapple because we all love pineapple. It's a very common, but Robertet made their own recreation of what pineapple smells like, and it is so good. That's all you really need. But I also add like allylamyl glycolate, which is the top note found in, it's in pretty high amounts in like Creed Aventis. And so yeah, everybody loves pineapple nowadays. But who doesn't? You mix that with some coconut, give it a nice tropical vibe. All right, next we got raspberry ketone. Let's go smell this outside. This one's kind of a faint smell, but yeah, it's a raspberry note. Yeah, this one I can hardly even pick up, and I believe it's at a 10% dilution. But what they do is they mix this with ethyl maltol, which smells like cotton candy, and then it becomes a raspberry note. And Jean-Claude Elena in this book also lists a bunch of accords. In here, it's really nice. How to create fantasy smells from just a few chemicals, like you can make the smell of strawberry. Oh, here they are right here. Check this out. So to make the smell of raspberry, see that? He says to use fructone, geraniol. So fructone, geraniol, ethyl maltol, and ianone beta. And I have all those. Maybe we can go through and dip them all real quick. Let's do it. And this is, fructone is just like it's a sweet, fruity, apple type smell, green, tropical. And you can use this to create all kinds of different fruit smells. Yeah, it's juicy. All right, plum. Already these two together is making a nice fruit, but it doesn't really smell like raspberries yet. So now we also need some geraniol. That's gonna be in my floral bin. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So that should be in this one. Yep, right there, geraniol. It's at pretty strong dilution level though. I should go back and label all these, but honestly, I should be able to pick them all out. Geraniol smells like roses, kind of. Yep, smells like roses or citronella. Like a bug spray to me. Okay, next, what else? One more. Or no, two more. Ethyl maltol. That's going to be, I have one right here. Okay, ethyl maltol. Okay, guys, right now we're creating a raspberry accord. If you're just joining in, synthetic reproduction of a raspberry, according to Jean-Claude Elena. Okay, and ianone beta. Here we go. That's going to be a floral. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So that's in this bin. Ianone alpha, ianone beta. There you are. Okay. A little swish, and as you can see, this is in a clear bottle, so I might be screwed here. This might have. No, it still smells good. It doesn't smell like it's gone off. That's lucky. So yeah, I made the mistake of buying clear bottles when I first started, and then I come to learn how bad UV is to your fragrance materials. So yeah, potentially could have ruined that material, but it seems to be doing fine. All right, let's give it a whiff. I'm gonna write on here, ianone. We'll do it on the back side so I can guess later. That way I gotta flip it over to look. Ianone beta. And it didn't say to add raspberry ketone, but we did it anyway. That's ethyl maltol for sure. Smells like cotton candy. Ethyl maltol. Okay, going back. That must be the raspberry ketone. Raspberry ketone. And remember, that one wasn't even in the list of ingredients here, so we'll leave that one out while we do this. And then we'll add it in, see if it changes. That's fructone. Very fruity, but green. It has like a just generic fruity smell. And then that's a geraniol. All right, geraniol 95. Now let's put them all together. Put them all together and you give me honey, huh? That's what it's all about. All right. Wow, guys, it smells exactly like a raspberry. I'll tell you what. You take my word for it, all right? Smell-o-vision. Not legit, though, it does. Maybe too high, the geraniol. The geraniol's coming through a bit. I have it at 20% dilution, though, which is pretty strong. Typically, you'd probably want them all at the same dilution level, 10% probably, just to try. Yeah, that smells nice. Now let's put in the raspberry ketone, see if it pushes that raspberry note. Honestly, probably just get this raspberry ketone and ethyl maltol. Let's do that. See how these two smell. Raspberry ketone, ethyl maltol. Yeah, those two there smell good enough as it is. Let's just add the rest. See what happens. I want to make a fragrance fan like, what's that guy's name? Roja Dove. Roja, R-O-J-A-D-O-V-E. He had a video for the Fragrance Foundation or something like that, making a fragrance for them. And he has this really cool wheel where he puts these things on and he spins them, and then they all blend together. Man, that smells good. Yeah, I would use that in a fragrance, that mix. Woo, it's gonna smell like the wet patchouli on my arm. Yep, smells like dirt and mold, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I would take down the drainy. All that is too strong. Coming through. It's a 20% dilution, though. Like I said, that's pretty dang strong. Yeah, that was nice. That was fun. Okay, moving on. Enough of the fruits. Let's switch it over to. Let's put all this stuff back real quick. Looks like I have been. Okay. One needs to go back. Fructone. Back to where you came from. Right there. What's that one? Fructolate. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to make fruits. All right. Now we're going to go over to the floral bin. Starting from M through Z. We're going to take one from the back side. Let's see what the very last one is. Ylang Ylang. Okay, I like this one. Thanks for joining, you guys. Material showcase here. Just doing all kinds of assessments of different materials found in Perfumery. These are some of my favorite videos to watch when I was just getting into Perfumery. I used to like to just listen to people talk about the different smells and how much that person liked them. And that was how I could tell, like, oh man, maybe I should buy that one. He really likes that material. And so that's how I found a bunch of stuff that I just absolutely love. But sometimes you just got to go out on a whim and just order something online that sounds interesting. But it's nice to use other people's budgets to do that, you know. This stuff adds up. That small order that we did the other day was over $100. Okay. So this one is called Ylang Ylang. So this is their fine version of it. So they probably had, a select harvest and chose all the best flowers for this one. It was a more expensive Ylang Ylang. And I got connect. There we go. I'm going to go in here by the better Wi-Fi while I do this. So this smells like a milky flower. Like, to me, it has a smell of something yellow. Almost like juicy fruit, the bubble gum. But I guess they say it's like what do they say? In Oriental, it's used in, I guess you're not supposed to use that word anymore, but so that used to be a style of fragrances called Oriental, and they would use these type of flowers and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to say that Ylang Ylang is also pretty prominent in like Chanel No. 5. I know I've used it trying to make that too. But yeah, Chanel No. 5 to me smells outdated, so I switched up their top notes, used less aldehydes. But yeah, it's good. It's like a juicy floral. It's different though. It's like, it's not your typical rose. Doesn't smell like rose at all. Kind of has that milkiness you find in Egyptian jasmine, I guess, but completely different. It has that similar milkiness. Yeah, it's really good. See if we can find anything on it. Maybe, we'll do that later. Next video. But yeah, Ylang Ylang. It's a really good one, guys. If you don't have any ylang ylang and you're starting out, get you some. You will not be disappointed. Okay, make sure I put that back. Okay. Back in here. Now, let's do one from the middle. Let's do Padma. Padma, or Viridine. It has a very long name that Padma stands for. Probably like phenyl, acetyl. I don't even know. Let's see. Nope, it's just going by Viridine in here, but yeah, it goes by either of them. Viridine, Viridine. Let's give it a whiff, see what it smells like. And this is good for me too, because I'm getting to relearn a bunch of these materials, because it's hard to remember what everything smells like out of this entire box, you know. And this is at a 20% dilution. So it smells like this has gone off. This has that same smell. It's definitely floral, but it doesn't smell like any one flower. It's a aroma chemical found in flowers. But it kind of has that like spiciness to it, like a spicy floral, kind of like it smells pretty green, I guess. Kind of, I don't know. To me, it kind of reminds me of like dandelions. Like, it's not a pleasant smelling flower, but you can probably use it in recreations of nice flowers. I haven't exactly learned how to use this material yet, but Jean-Claude Elena said to buy it, so I did. And it looks like I might need to make another dilution of that one. I can't tell if that has gone off or if that's just the way it smells. I don't remember it smelling like that, though, when I first did it. Yeah, that or I got geraniol on my nose. Kind of smells like geraniol, but yeah, no, that's the off note that the perfume notes develop. Yep, that one's going in the garbage. I need to make a note of that. Yeah, let's do that right now. So I need to make another dilution of Viridine. Dilute more Viridine. Okay. We'll do that off camera another time. Moving on. Okay, now we'll grab one from the middle of the bag, of the box. This one is called phenylacetaldehyde. And let's give this a whiff. Phenylacetaldehyde. I don't know about this blue glass, man. I don't know if it's dark enough. You need to keep using ambers. I've never seemed to have much less problem with materials going bad in amber colored bottles. That one's almost slightly starting to get that smell too. But it's still distinguishable of what it's supposed to smell like, so. This one also kind of smells like, instead of dandelion, it smells like clovers, like more flowers that smell great, but you use as a building block. Like, that smells like nature. Like, it doesn't smell like pretty like flowers. It smells like when you go up to smell an actual flower and you're expecting a rose to smell like a rose, but you don't get hardly anything but like nature. That's kind of what this smells like. Like, it smells like flowers that don't smell pretty. Yep. But they have their time and their place. I'm sure it's also another building block material. Or maybe when someone just wants a nature smell, like I don't know. It reminds me of a hike or something where a bunch of wildflowers are growing. Like, that's a good description. Wildflowers. Yeah, it kind of smells green. Let's see what the bottle says about it. So green, sweet, floral, hyacinth. Apparently it smells of hyacinth. And okay, honey. I can see that. And cocoa. Apparently at a lower, so I have this at a 10% dilution. At a 2% dilution, it smells powdery, chocolatey, and earthy. So yeah, this is at a 10% dilution, and it smells more like clovers and not good flowers. Like, yeah, pretty flowers that don't smell nice. All right, we'll do some more flowers because I love them. They're nice. Perfumery would not exist, probably, without flowers. Probably would have made everybody want to make perfume back in the day. Oh, these flowers smell nice. Let's figure out how to smell like flowers. Okay, so this one here is Orange Flower from Harrison Joseph Sherwood, I believe the guy's name is. He has a perfumery store, Harry Sherwood. And he has a store in Europe, I believe, but he ships to the United States once in a while. I placed a big order with him at one point, and he sent me this as a sample. This is his Orange Flowers. So this is nice. It smells like petitgrain, neroli, orange blossom, orange flowers. But to describe that, let's see, what someone who's never smelled those before, what would they? I guess it kind of smells like I don't know, definitely smells like flowers, but like some that would come off of an orange tree. Kind of a sharp smell, almost soapy. Herbal. Very fresh though, that's nice. Smells just like clean. Kind of a manly flower, I guess. Masculine smelling flower. Ooh, you know what else it smells like? Irish spring soap. Sam Macer made a video about this today. This one here, linalool. He said that it's found in pretty much every fragrance. Like if you look on the back of a cologne bottle or perfume, you'll most likely see linalool on the back of it. And it's because it's an allergen, I believe, so they have to list it on the back of the bottle. But linalool comes from you know what, I'm not 100% sure where it comes from, but it has a real distinct, I don't know, it kind of smells like lavender to me, like the nice parts of lavender. Yeah, a little citrus-like, it's sweet. Almost smells like rosewood or smells green. It's like coriander seeds. Clean, aromatic, herbal. Yeah, whenever I smell linalool, it reminds me of lavender. But I think the linalool is probably also found in bergamot, because they have a similar smell too. It smells like there's linalool in bergamot. But yeah, so it has a little bit of a citrusiness as well. All right, moving on, guys. Enough flowers for the day. Moving on here, people. Nothing to see here. Move along. As Officer Barbrady once said. Okay, that's more flowers. You know what? We'll do one more. We're going to do this green leaf. This one is cool. And don't let the name ruin it for you. It smells like green leaf. All right, here we go. Don't be surprised. It smells like green leaves. But it's been a while since I've actually smelled it, so let's do it. When I first got all my materials, I was just flabbergasted at how they can figure out how to make these things. And a different perfumer says that he uses these when he wants to add a touch of like the smell of the bulk of the stems of the bouquet, not exactly the flowers in it, but when you want to add like the realness of the stems into it. But yeah, this one smells very green, obviously. It has, so that means I used a lot of cis 3 notes, probably like cis 3 hexanyl salicylate, hexanyl acetate, all those other cis variants. But yeah, to me it smells like unripened bananas, green bananas. So I know that that's a cis note. I don't remember which one exactly. We can go look and I can tell you, but yeah, it smells juicy, green. But this actually this one doesn't smell like the stems. This smells more like the leaves of a tree. So yeah, green leaf. But it's crazy how they can capture that in. And this is not the one. This is not the father. This is, okay, that's a salicylate. I'm not looking for that one. Nope. Hedione HC, herbal, cis-3 acetate. Let's see if that's the one. Yep, this is the smell that I'm smelling a lot in that. So let's do a dip of this one. Going hard today, guys. We're gonna do a real long stream. One of you guys commented on the video and really liked my last one, said this was the best video yet. And we were just smelling things, so let's keep them coming, baby. We'll start smelling more and more around here. It's good for my nose anyway. Good for me to continue learning my materials. It'll help making my decisions easier when I'm like, you know what, let's add a touch of banana in there, but I don't want it to smell like a fruity banana. I just want it to be like a green background. Let's see. Let's go on out here. Take some fresh air whiffs, clean the nose. But yeah, they say either, they got coffee beans in fragrance places, or they used to, because it was thought that, oh, you could just smell some coffee grounds to make your nose clear up. But that's not actually how it works. Your nose buds just get tired. And it's called your olfactory bulbs. That's this to go outside, smell some fresh air and some other things for like 10 minutes, and then come back. So. Yep, smells like banana to me. Smells like green banana though. Like if you cut some grass and it was just the best smelling grass you've ever smelled in your life, that would be this. But it's juicy, fruity. I guess you could say floral because you could use it in some kind of flower stuff. Yeah, that's an edible smelling one right there. I'm gonna have to start using this and stuff. That, or just use that green leaf accord. I think I need to make it green fragrance, but I don't want to smell like grass. I guess I would want it to be this would be nice in a fruity women's fragrance with like pear notes and some of this. Pear, apple, this. Some clean musk in the dry down. We'll do a fruity musk as well, like Helvetilide, which already has a pear smell to it. Take some notes, put that down. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna write that for another time. Women's fragrance. Hexanol. And in case you guys want to order these, I'll spell it out. You can't really see it on there. HEXENYL space cis CIS-3 acetate, ACETATE. Get you some of this. Pretty nice. Hexanol cis 3 acetate. And I want to do that with the pear and apple top notes and a helvetolide base. And we'll decorate it around that, and we'll do some trials another time. All right. And you know who just did that? Marc Jacobs Wild. He has this new fragrance out for women, obviously. And it features fruity green notes pretty prominently, and that's about it. So I think it's time that I take my hand at a fruity green women's fragrance. Yeah, I love that. Smell that for a while. Let's see how long it lasts. We'll smell that. I'll smell it later. It'll probably wear off soon. It's a top note. Okay, moving on. Smell a couple spices now. This is a fun section, but I need to venture more into this cabinet. Because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like spice can ruin things pretty easy if you're not careful. All right. Okay, so we got eugenol in here. It's pretty high, 10%. I don't know if you could even use eugenol at a 10% dilution or 10% of a fragrance. I think this is a restricted material too. But hey, I'll smell it for you. So eugenol, let's see, I don't know the exact Latin name for cloves, but if you look it up, it's like Eugenia or something like that. And so this is the alcohol from cloves. And yeah, that's just, whew, that would be nice with some apple too. I might have to add that in there, but that would be more of a, that would take it a wintry way. You add that in there, it would start to smell like apple cider. A little bit of cinnamon, just trace amounts would be good. But yeah, this smells exactly like cloves. Nothing, you know, it's woody, spicy. That is good. I'm gonna have to start using eugenol more. Eugenol, E-U-Y, no, not Y, sorry. E-U-G-E-N-O-L, I believe. All right. Yeah, let me make sure I get spelling right for you guys. So you can order it too. E-U-G-E-N-O-L. Eugenol. Spelling bee. Say what? All right. We'll put this on the table too, and then at the end of this, we're gonna go back and smell them, see if I can get them right. I have no idea of telling at this point though, because I didn't write on them all, but pretty sure I can still get most of them right. Okay, let's see. If you guys were in the chat, you could chime in and I could show you guys the names of these and you can tell me which ones you want me to assess. Okay, so nutmeg. Yeah, let's do something let's do orris brain because nobody really knows what orris brain smells like. Neither do I. I've forgotten. So let's learn again together, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here we have orris brain. O-R-I-S-P-R-A-N-E. Orris brain. Apparently it's in the spice section, so spice. I have a lot of stuff in this one though. This is kind of herbs and culinary stuff, and yeah, that's about it. Spices and herbs, kind of like a cooking cabinet. Here's my garden, guys. You want to see my garden? Check it out. Just started this a little bit ago. Got some organic carrot sprouts coming up. Some strawberries are probably full of GMOs, but they're in an organic bed. Hula berry tastes like pineapple. These ones taste like bubble gum. Some blueberries and some raspberries. Yep, don't smell yet. All right, back to aura spraying. You know what that smells like? Vicks Vapor Rub. See, it's like, why would anyone want that? I don't know. I guess it would add a cooling smell. Maybe in some kind of minty fragrance. Yeah, Vicks Vapor Rub, guys. You guys want to smell like Vicks, you buy you some aura spraying. Let's look it up. Let's see what the internet says that's supposed to smell like. All right. Here we go, over to our good friends over at the Good Scent Company. TGSC Aura Spraying. I'm gonna have to go check on my puppy here in a little bit. So I gotta get off soon, guys. Let's see. Aura Spraying smells like... Okay, they recommend smelling this at a 1% dilution. So I think I've got it at 10%, so... Could be why it doesn't smell very nice. Yeah, tea. It says what it smells like: tea, herbal, green, wet, tobacco leaf, metallic, woody, and spicy. And you guys heard it here. Okay, here's another one: woody, cooling. There you go, cooling, minty, and camphorous, with a green herbal nuance. So yeah, I don't know what the deal was there. Maybe that odor description was at a higher percentage. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's weird. I guess I'll dilute that down to 1% at another time and give it another assessment. But yeah, aura spraying, 10%. Smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. All right, what else we got? We got one here called Verispice. I've only smelled once, and I have it at a too strong of a dilution level, I believe, as well. We'll see. So apparently that's a common theme. Spices are only used in trace amounts. Puri Puri Verispice. Okay, so. Not gonna smell from the bottle. Trying to break that habit. I used to be real bad at that, but apparently you're not supposed to do that. So, dip it into our scent dealie. As I said in the last video, guys, this end is for dipping. You spray and you wave. When you want to spray a fragrance, you spray it on that end. All right, and this one was Verispice. No idea what this smells like, but it's a Verispice. It must be very spicy. All right, here we go. It smells like permanent marker, but not so strong. Hold on. Has a slight like bubblegum smell to it, actually. Sweet, spicy. Hard to describe, guys, sorry. It doesn't smell like any spice I've ever put on any food, I can tell you that. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a bubblegummy, spicy smell, like a sweet. Yeah, let's look it up, see what the internet says. All right, so Verispice. Thank you guys for joining. When you are here, talk to myself for a while by myself, but guess what? I don't care. They can rewatch this when it's not live. Here we go. Verispice. TGSC. You know what? I learned something today. Wow. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to do some research here. Can't even find it. Verispice. TGSC is not showing up, so we're going on to a website called Base Notes. If you guys never been on Base Notes and you like perfume and cologne, what are you doing? You don't got to be a perfumer. Go check it out. Okay, I have some Verispice as a sample. It smells very smoky with a mixture of eugenol and a hint of tobacco. I cannot find this on the Good Sense Company. Does somebody have experience with this and can name something where it blends nicely with? Where'd you get sample? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, look at the same guy I got it from. Verispice was a newly released captive, harrisonjoseph.com .co.uk. Harry Sherwood is getting more soon. Yeah, that's a guy I bought it from in the UK. Okay. So I got some exclusive stuff here, guys. All right. It was a free sample in my ordering. No, I purchased some. Okay. I think it's supposed to be released in September. An isoeugenol substitute. So yeah, it is apparently a derivative of eugenol, which is that clove that we smelt earlier. Yeah, the other person says here they're getting, like I said, balsamic spice with the sweet, smooth tobacco leaf character and dry, woody, elegant, leathery facets. So that's the thing with using these materials is you got to learn them before you can use them. Okay, I have Airspice too. Have to study better, but I feel like a sort of isoeugenol, but more complex with somewhat like a pleasable banana peel and a far floral leatherness. I see well in leather and floriental. So I guess I can see where they're getting leather from. To me, it kind of smells like cosmetics, like lipstick or something weird like that. Sorry, guys, got a tattoo that's healing on my chest. New tattoo, Seattle Seahawks, baby. Let's go. Got an itchy chest. Okay, here's another guy who is a popular on bass notes. He has a, I believe he has a YouTube as well called like Mountain Aromatics. Check him out. As important as its scent character for an isoeugenol substitute is its tenacity on skin. Does it last anywhere near as long as isoeugenol on skin? Okay, enough of this material, guys. So one that's hard to find information on, hard to use. You're just going to have to, this is one of those materials that's not very common. So I got to do the learning myself. I was going to say I'm getting Styrax, but I think I'm smelling the Styrax all the way from here. Yeah, that's a pretty projecting smell there, all Styrax. I'm going to write on this one so I don't forget it. Verispice. Okay. All right, guys, we got to wrap this up soon. It's too many to go, guys. We're going to have to break this into another video. This will be my last thing we're smelling here today. And this was also from harrisonjoseph.co.uk. Go buy some stuff from him. He's a good guy. Isopropyl dimethyl dioxyasparagine. Whew, that's a mouthful. All right, but before we evaluate, a word from our sponsor. Just kidding. Like, share, subscribe, comment, show some love for your boy. If you guys appreciate what I do for you guys, share the love, leave me a comment, subscribe, show it to someone else who likes fragrance. Yeah, maybe we'll start up a Discord in the future. Here we go. Dipping, let some alcohol wear off. Let's get this thing growing, guys. What do you think? You guys seem to really like it. And I like doing it, so let's keep it going. All right, let's go evaluate this bad boy, and then we're going to call it a day. So I don't even remember how to pronounce this. This is a whole mouthful. I'll show it here in a sec. This was one of his favorite materials in like the weird category. I asked him for something weird. I asked him for his favorite weird material, and this is what he sent me. And boy, is it weird, but it's weird in a good way. It's just like something you've never smelt before. It's like a big blend of a bunch of stuff. I'm getting like a slight woodiness. Kind of like patchouli, but nothing like the patchouli crystals, like a real patchouli, not the patchouli crystals, not like mold. Green, woody, a little spicy, fruity, peppery. Man, that's hard to describe, but it feels like it's there, like on the tip of my, not my tongue, my nose. It almost smells like something you'd smell like out kayaking, like up along the, if you're in like some swampy area. Or like pine tar almost. But yeah, guys, I really don't know how to describe that one. It's so different. It's weird, like you said. And this is from the guy who owns that perfumery company. I reached out to him, and this is, yeah. Another ingredient that's very hard to find information on, and I will read back the name one more time and show it on camera so you guys can try and look it up if you're interested. This is isopropyl dimethyl dioxaspiridecane. Dioxaspiridecane. And it says that it has, okay, I can see the guaiac wood, patchouli, elemi, which smells like lemon pepper, kind of. Resins, yeah, I'm seeing that too. The labdanum, little resinous smell in there. Parsley, okay, that's a good one. Yes, parsley, hold up. So weird. Parsley, pepper, sea. So apparently there's some aquatic nuances to it. Guaiac wood, I'm getting that too. Guaiac wood's like a smoky wood, so yeah, there's a little smokiness. Kind of like a creamy wood though, like a creamy smokiness. Okay, and rhubarb. Wow, I'm not really getting that. And mint. Okay, yeah, there's a mintiness. And mint and patchouli are also in the same family. I believe patchouli's a mint, possibly. So maybe that's why those two go hand in hand. But yeah, guys, that is pretty darn good, honestly. Don't know how I would use it yet, but you can make some kind of mystical accord since it really doesn't smell like anything in peculiar. It smells like something you would see in like maybe what Hogwarts' library would smell like. Old books and leathery, spicy, yeah, I don't know. Incense burning in the background. That's good. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Hold up. Before we go, though, let's see if I can go back and smell all these. Okay, so this was the one we just smelled, I believe. Yeah, that's the aura spraying. Or not aura spraying, the big mouthful of words. That's the ylang ylang. That was not even labeled. But that's that creamy yellow flower. That's how I remember it. A flower that smells creamy and yellow. It smells like permanent marker to me still. But fruity and spicy. So yeah, that's a very spice. All right, what's this one? This one's completely blank. Nothing on there, so I can't cheat. What is that? Man. That's part. It comes from the spice box, so I can tell you that. And I don't know. It could be one of those weird floral materials too that was hard to describe, that smelled off. All right, back to all these. These are all blank as well. Okay, that one's easy though. That's a green bananas. That's the hexanol cis-3 acetate. And it's already wearing off, so that's how you can tell how much of a top note it is. It's getting harder to detect, but if you blow on it with your nose, warm it up, and inhale, you can smell it again. Whoo, that's a peach mayuki right there. No getting that one wrong. That is good. Some more blank ones. That's eugenol. Smells just like spice. I mean clove. That's sandalwood. This is the Australian sandalwood. It's that milky, dry, woody, kind of spicy wood. Creamy. Okay, what else we got? More blank. That's ambergris. Smells like the whale vomit with the slight fecalness. Warm. Warm aquatic. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. Even though it smells kind of nasty, I love it. What is that? Okay, hold on. This one's got me. Oh, this is linalool. Yeah, that's that lavender smell, but now it's kind of warping. It's changed. It's starting to smell a little more citrus and like citronella-like. Floral. Yeah, it's smelling less lavender-like now. That's a dihydroanethol from earlier. It smells like licorice, woody. But yeah, that's definitely a top note as well. You could tell because it's already losing its smell too. And the facets have changed. All right, moving on. Some more blanks. This is alginone for sure. Smells like algae, seaweed, the beach. So you associate the smell with a memory, and that's how I'm able to just look at these and because I don't know, we didn't dip that many materials. I guess it is if you were new and you were trying to do this and smell all these and guess what they were. I didn't smell the Styrax yet or the Lab Denim because those are Rodon or the Orange Sweet. But whatever. I think that one of these over here was the decolorized one. We got some more scent strips over there. All right, here we go. Dang it. Oh, yeah, that's the alginone. Okay. It's starting to smell different, though. Let's see the new facets. It's already starting to smell like. I don't know, I'm starting to get more like just the air smell. Like, nah, it's air from a beach. Okay. Here we go. What is this one? Nothing else on here. That's a floral material. So this is either, this one is definitely either phenyl ethyl acetaldehyde, whatever the hell it was called. Excuse my mouth. But yeah, to me, this one smells like the spicy, dirty flowers. The one that don't smell like good flowers, but smells like flowers, like dirty flowers, like wildflower. And I must have picked up linalool again. Okay. On to the rest of these. Oh, this is a green leaf, because this one smells like green also, but this one is still prominent, like as where the top note of just the banana has worn off of the other one. Yeah, the green banana smell from the green leaf is now gone already. But now it's smelling even more like green leaves as opposed to the green ripe or unripened bananas. And someone just mowed their lawn. All right, moving on here. Ooh, okay, this smells good. So yeah, this one's the sweet orange. This isn't the decolorized one. Smelling more like a orange smoothie. But yeah, less like this one smells, between the two, this one smells less like the hand soap. All right, what do we got over here? This is the orange flower for sure. It's nice. Let's put that with the sweet orange and smell it. Woo-wee! Yeah, that's good. One of my favorite fragrances I made early on was orange blossoms with orange top notes and just a vanilla base and some clean musk, just a transparent musk. And I made just like a clean orange blossom, orange creamsicle women smelling fragrance. And I loved it. And I gave it away for free as just a sample at a farmer's market to some lady who sold cheese. Traded some really nice goat cheese for it. All right, we got a little bit left to go. That's the Tajits for sure. That's at, smells like dried fruit. Like a fruit roll-up, but not the cheap fake ones, like actual fruit, dried fruit leather. Kind of has a little bit of a woody aspect to it as well, and that's Tajits, Tagetes. Tajits. I don't know how you say it. That's how I say it. Love it or leave it, brother. Now we're getting into back to these materials from the rose raspberry accord that we made. That's a geraniol, no doubt. Smells like, to me, geraniol and like rose materials, a lot of them smell like citronella, like bug spray until you blend it with all the other stuff. So yeah, it doesn't smell good to me. Too strong. But yeah, that was geraniol. Almost smells like patchouli, but there's no patchouli near it. All right, let's go outside. Man, that's hard. Wow, it doesn't smell like that. Okay, I guess that's the ethyl maltol. Cotton candy one, but it soaked up the smell of the other stuff that it was sitting on. There must have been other wet materials on it. That did not smell like just straight cotton candy. All right. Okay, the raspberry ketone's much more prominent now that the alcohol is completely worn off. Definitely raspberry ketone. Yep. Yeah, that's nice and juicy and red and fruity, and you could probably just use that by itself in a top note, but it doesn't really show up much in the top, I don't think. Who knows? Maybe I have it in DPG instead of alcohol. And I think you just need to mix that with some ethyl maltol, and it'll smell more in the tops. Okay, this one's very wet. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's ethyl maltol. Okay. That's methyl beta. Yeah, 100%. Powdery floral violet note. I've been using this since I started Perfumery, so this is one note that I know pretty darn well. But yeah, it's good. It's violets, iris, powdery floral. Okay, and we should be done now. There's only one left it could be, and that's fructone. All right, guys, thanks for joining. I'm out of here. Gonna go play with the puppy. Thanks for joining, everybody. Smell y'all later.